until the Industrial Revolution. Now that seems a bit obtuse, and you're thinking, okay, Claude, what the hell does the Industrial Revolution have to do with a carriage road to the summit of Mount Washington? So I'll connect the dots for you. With the Industrial Revolution came mechanized farming, and with mechanized farming, Canada increased their agricultural output tenfold and very quickly became a major supplier of agricultural products to the global market for those products. But the Canadians had a serious problem in that their only deep water port freezes up for 2 or 2.5 months out of every winter. So the Canadian government joined forces with the largest railroad in Canada, the Canadian National Railroad, and they built an entirely new railroad from Montreal, Quebec to Portland, Maine. And if you connect those two cities with a straight edge on a map, that train line is going to go right through the town of Gorham, New Hampshire, which is just 8 miles north of here. And since Gorham was equidistant between Portland and Montreal, it seemed like a reasonable place for them to put their station. Now, in that time, all the railroads were very wealthy. They had lots of money, so they were very entrepreneurial. They invested in all kinds of things. The Canadians were no different. So they saw the unique qualities of the White Mountains of New Hampshire and recognized the potential for development. So out of their own pockets, they built a road from their station in Gorham down to the base of this mountain, and then put up the money to build 2 of many grand hotels. Now, the other thing that the Industrial Revolution had created was a whole new class of nouveau riche. They weren't landed gentry, they weren't nobles, they weren't dukes and duchesses or barons and baronesses, but they had lots of money, and they were really happy to escape hot, grimy cities like New York and Hartford to come and stay in the fashionable new hotels of northern New Hampshire. And so they came in droves, and they brought their entourages of nannies and butlers and so on. And so the railroads made out fat because they got to haul all of those people and their entourages. They hauled everything necessary to furnish hotels, draperies, carpeting, furniture, beddings, mattresses, cookware, stemware, everything you could imagine came by rail, as did the hundreds of people required to staff the hotels. And so it was certainly a major success for them. And so that essentially is the long